Eldorado Park community is uniting behind the protection of its power infrastructure. That area has for years now suffered inconsistent power supply due to things like cable theft. Linda Mnisi is our reporter on the story. He joins us live from Eldorado Park. And Linda, I wonder if we're able to see, I guess, the extent of the damage on infrastructure because of things like cable theft where you're at.
In fact, the issue around infrastructure is a big conversation here in Eldorado Park. It's a big conversation starter, and it's getting, the community leaders very frustrated because even the response from local government, they say, is not as prompt as they'd like it to be. While we have an electricity thingy behind us, or electricity substation behind us, there's also just infrastructure here on the side that is totally dilapidated. It's been vandalized to the ground, and these are the issues. It's one of many infrastructures here in Eldorado Park that are vandalized and are not protected, they say, by government. Cable theft being one of the most recent things that they're experiencing, and they're calling on other people, then rallying up community members, rallying security companies to come together to assist in protecting this infrastructure. I'm joined now by the Ward Councillor, Dwayne Ponsonby Ayanda, who'll talk to us about the prevalence of this and the problem here in Eldorado Park. Thank you so much, Dwayne, for your time. I want you to talk to us about the prevalence of cable theft. The last time the substation, caught fire, and you said that you are not ruling out the possibilities of sabotage. But talk to us about the prevalence.
Thank you, Linda, and thank you to the viewers. Cable theft, not only in Eldorado Park, but as a whole in the city of Johannesburg, nationally, has become a major problem. Not only cable theft, but in the entirety of infrastructure damage and vandalism. In Eldorado Park, we're faced with a few of those. We're faced with guys even stealing the paving, vandalism of a center that was a swimming pool where I myself swam years and learned how to swim years ago. This was not done at the end of our own community under the previous administration. We now, as the current administration, is looking at rebuilding the walls of this fallen swimming pool in Eldorado Park. But my focus now, and I'm going to zoom in on cable theft because that's the issue at hand. We are not getting support from the SCPS. Let's be honest and let's be abrupt from it. The community has now taken a stance to say that no more vandalism to our infrastructure, no more damage to our infrastructure, and we say no to vandalism. We have taken an approach where we now every night go out and we patrol the area, and we do catch a lot of this criminals because they have become brazen. They have become afraid of the law. They've become lawless. They don't give a hell anymore, for a better term of words. And we need to address this with urgency because otherwise we're going to lose much more. Eldorado Park is more in the dark than in the light. And this is because of cable theft and vandalism. And I think what we need to really is more support, because now currently we are using our own resources. We are using our own cars. We are using our own, and we are making ourselves victims to the thieves. As you know, these guys are gunslingers, and they target you because they see that you are targeting them. And at the end of the day, it's a whole risk thing. And the SCPS, what are they doing? They're stepping aside. And they're saying it's not the responsibility, it's the responsibility of JMPD and City Power, and they are clearly just pushing it away from themselves. So, yeah, that's where we're currently standing with regards to infrastructure.
You talked to us about how brazen they are, and in the last community meeting that you had, you were even talking about how criminals in this area even go as far as wearing police uniform to try and disguise and then carry out these crimes.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, Linda, because our police station, the current police station, is inundated with calls of crime and all those type of things. The service area has become too big. The same Eldorado Park police station is servicing Freedom Park, it is serving Slovo Park, it is serving all other areas surrounding with a staff all of 27 per shift. How do you do that? If you look at the ratio 0 to 1, you're looking at 60,000 people per police officer. You will never be able to apply the law or to even control the situation in that effect. We are saying, up the manpower at the police station. We are saying, give us resources in the form of vehicles and buckets and empower more CPF members. And encourage community patrols, because now you are discouraging it by wanting to make cases or fabricate cases against those that is standing up to look after their own infrastructure.
Talk to us then about the maintenance of this infrastructure. Communities coming together to protect it. Is there proper maintenance, given the fact that I've also heard from other community members saying that they've had prepaid meters installed in their homes?
Yes, Eldorado Park has a big problem with maintenance, and that's a fact. Our service, our infrastructure is aged. If it comes to water, for sanitation, to electricity, it is aged and it has not been maintained over the years. I think the last time we saw maintenance about 20 odd years ago. If you can walk into the TSS just behind us now, you will see there's not even fuses. It's bypassed with wires, and it looks like a whole Izinyoka thing happening under the city. And that is to be addressed with urgency. We have put it to City Power, and the CEO always assured us that they will send out a team to start addressing this issue. Hence the instability of our infrastructure. If you look at the poles that services houses, there's a pole and 4 houses get service from that pole. That infrastructure, it is aged. We're looking at a 1976 infrastructure that we are sitting in 2022, and we haven't seen any maintenance in this area. Winter is coming. Winter is coming, and every winter this community has a problem of being out more than being on.
And I mean, the community will be looking for answers from you as a ward councillor. And we've seen how those issues have led to ward councillors being targeted. For your safety, Dwayne, as a ward councillor, how would you say you are protecting yourself and those people that you are patrolling the streets with?
Currently, we are just being vigilant. We are just being vigilant. Linda, we have taken a stance to say that I am mandated by this community to speak on behalf of this community. If I have to take a backseat and not approach this thing hands-on, I will fail my community. Because it means that every other call that will come through will be related to me, and then people start speaking to how useless the councillors are. Yet it is not in my scope of work to be an electrician, to be a plumber, to service Joburg Water or City Power. And for the sake of protection, now we are not being protected. We have to go out and seek our own protection, which we're not afraid anyway, because if we face these issues head on, to prove a statement that it is in fact a problem in our communities and it needs to be addressed.
All right, there you have it. Dwayne Ponsonby is the ward councillor here in Eldorado Park, talking to us about the challenges and the prevalence of, cable theft in the area.